Hey guys, what's up? Grimsy42 back here, and this is week 3 of my garage sailing. But before I get into week 3, I actually have a few pickups I missed from week 2, so I'll jump into those quick and then I'll kind of transition into week 3. It's a Game Boy plethora of stuff, if you will. Okay, so the first thing I think is like a magnifying lens. Next, I have just a bunch of manuals, inserts, stuff like that. So, you know, I really don't collect too much for the Game Boy. You know, it's really something. I mean, I had one as a kid a little bit, but I really didn't, really didn't care for handhelds. It's just they've never really done it for me. But you know, I always love me some manuals, so I'm not gonna complain there. It's got a AC plug so that you can play on the go or whatnot without draining batteries, and it's got the system. It's kind of like the clearish purple, and the screen looks to be in very good shape. Very minimal scratching, and it overall looks like it's in pretty solid shape. And it looks like there were 6 games, and everything came in this kind of zipper case. It's got the Game Boy Advance logo on it. So I'll go over the games quick. The first one is Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers. Next is another Game Boy Color game. It's Monsters, Inc. Next one is Shark Tale. Home on the Range. Guess it's a Disney. Next one, this label is kind of weird. I'm going to show you up close just because it's really weird. I've never seen something like this. It's not like, it's like it got wet, but like an oil-based moisture. I don't know if you can see it. It's Donkey Kong Country. It's got a very, I don't know, like a dark tint to it, and it's kind of bubbling up. But Donkey Kong's a great game, so I'm not going to complain for now. And the last one is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. So I actually wound up getting all of that for $5. So yeah, that was a great pickup. I'm not going to complain at all about that. But yeah, that was from week 2. Okay, so everything I'm going to show you after that is from week 3. Unfortunately, the weather was not as nice as the previous 2 weeks. We've been blessed recently with sunshine and nice weather, and we actually debated not going out, but then I kind of thought to myself, if the weather sucks that much, everyone else is debating the same thing, so hopefully a little of the competition won't go out and it'll give us a little bit of an edge, if you will. So, we're determined. We didn't want to miss a week of garage sailing just because of a little stupid rain and cold weather, so we went out, and we did actually get quite a few pickups. I did pretty well, and in no particular order. I'm just going to roll right into it. The first thing I actually grabbed, it was 3 of them, and again, I realized these were something to keep your eye on, or eye out for, from watching another YouTuber, Business 17's channel. Otherwise, I never would have thought in a million years that these were, worth more than maybe $1. The first one is Pocket Slot. The next one is Color Poker. And lastly, Big Screen Poker. And this one actually has the paperwork taped to the back of it. So that was pretty cool. They're made by a company called Radica, and they all work. The batteries are all in them, and I tried them out, and they all work fine, and they're in perfect condition. And these were priced at $2 each, so I offered them $5 for the 3, and they took it. So that was a great deal because they go between $10 and $30 a piece online, depending. So I was totally happy to pick those up. And actually, at a later sale, I managed to stumble upon another one, if I can actually find it. It's like my eyes are broken right now. What the heck? Sorry, I had a little bit of a senior moment there, if you will. I actually wound up finding a sealed one for $2, so I guess $2 is the price to go on these. But yeah, $2. So I was definitely happy. And the cool thing is this was actually a mercy purchase. I was looking desperately for something to buy from this specific garage sale, and it was awesome that this happened to be there. I spotted it just as I was walking out, because that sale I actually picked up 2 things that I got for free. The first one was Sonic 2, and the second was Sonic 3. Now, unfortunately, the games are not in there, but I had a manual already to throw into this one, and I do have a cartridge, a not-for-resale cartridge to complete this copy. And then this one actually did come with the manual, and this is actually a game I didn't have the case for, so I was really happy to grab this. I believe I have all the Sonic games, at least for the main storyline, you know, Sonic 1, 2, 3, and then Sonic and Knuckles. I don't think I have Sonic Spinball or Sonic 3D Blast boxed. I may have one of the 2, but I'm not sure. But it was really cool to grab these, and like I said, because the games weren't in there, she just gave them to me for free. So I was looking for something to buy, and to pick that pocket poker up in the package still for $2 was a no-brainer. They go like $30 online, so I was totally okay with that. Okay, next I will do this little thing. I still don't know exactly the story behind this. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of like a, kind of looks like a, like one of those SanDisk memory cards, and it's got a little, it's actually got a little 2 gig portable. You probably can't see it. It's really small. But apparently, from what my buddy was telling me, is you pop this into your DS, and it's like it's something that'll allow you to play like downloaded games. So he's actually got one, and you can put like 100 games on it and just pop it into your DS. So that's really cool, you know, if you want to try out a game that you're not sure if you want to buy or whatever. Personally, as a collector, I want, you know, the card and the manual and all that stuff. But it is pretty neat, and I grabbed it for $2, so I figure if anything I can just resell it, you know, and get some kind of a decent profit on it. I'm sure it's worth more than $2. The next DS-oriented stuff I have is 2 things I actually picked up inside of a case, which unfortunately the game was not in there. It's Jump Superstars. Now, I actually have owned the sequel to this. It's Ultimate Jump Superstars, I believe. But when I opened this up, unfortunately, the game wasn't in there. But this really cool DS memory expansion pack was in there. And then there was a game, Final Fantasy 3. So I did wind up picking all those up, and I will show you everything else I got because it was kind of a bundle deal. I wound up getting the manual for Final Fantasy 9, which is cool because I actually need that. A couple Game Boy like packets and a few Game Boy manuals. Again, no amazing games, but I wound up grabbing all of that and a Sega CD manual, which I don't have for whatever reason in front of me. It's the Lethal Enforcers manual. And then I did wind up picking up a game too, but it went to a friend. It was one of the Ratchet and Clank games, and I wound up getting all that for $5. So that was a great deal, and I was definitely okay doing that. Let's see, moving on to another stop. I picked this sealed SpongeBob up. Unfortunately, there's a few small cracks on the front of it, but sealed PS1 game, and I picked it up for $1. I mean, SpongeBob's not on the top of my list of games to play. I kind of missed that whole phenomenon, if you will, but I figured somebody would want it for more than the $1 I paid for it, so I grabbed it. The next one I actually bought just because the case was in really good shape. I paid 50 cents for it. It's David Beckham Soccer. And it's literally in like new condition. I don't even know if this has ever been played, and I can understand why. Not that I have anything against David Beckham, but I'm not much of a soccer guy. So anyways, for 50 cents I'll take it. You know, if anything I can swap it out when I get a, you know, a more desirable PlayStation game and I need a case. Well, the next thing I grabbed was another product by Radica. It's this little Genesis here. I'm not sure how many games are inside of it, but I know you plug this part of it into your TV, and you know, it's got some games built in. So It was only $1, and I had come to understand later, assuming since it was by the same company that made those slot machine games, that it would be worth something. This thing's only worth like $3. So I was totally blown away that something this cool would be worth $3. But whatever, I took a chance, and at very least I'll just keep it to play some old Genesis games. Anyways, that's going to wrap up week 3. I thought I did pretty well, despite the crappy weather out there. It was, like I said, it was like really windy. The first day it was like freezing out and it was raining, and the second day it was still really cold and windy, so a lot of people really weren't out there, but we managed to find a few good neighborhood sales, and I mean, we just went door to door and we were able to find some decent stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy, and until next week, take care.